Happy that we come out and got a victory. We knew Virginia was a very good defensive football team. Did some real nice things on offense. Thought they played extremely well. Brought a lot of pressure. Give them a lot of credit. Didn't think we played up to our capabilities at times. Dropped a few balls, missed a few throws, stopped a few routes. Didn't have a good rhythm. We were good on third down in the first half, but 1 of 5 in the second. And had a couple I want to see on films before I comment. But that's ball. You can't have that. You got to make your own. You got to make your own luck, and you got to do your own things. And played good. Ran the ball out at the end. Our defense, I thought, really stepped up because I think the turnovers is how they got some points. But our defense, for the most part, I thought played a pretty good football game. Great job in red zone on that last stop. And then thought it was critical that we got out of there and got stopped. And then we ran the clock out at the end. But got to continue to grow. Got to continue to play better. Got off to a good start. Really, in the beginning, got up 7-0. Then we had the 2 turnovers. Had a freshman stop on a route that we had a dig route. It's going to be wide open for either a touchdown or a big play, and he stops, and his guy comes off and gets a pick. He's not even supposed to be there. But that's something we'll work on. And then had just a misread on one, and we'll look at the coverage on that one. But those 2 turnovers were critical. They got points, but I was very proud of our guys to bounce right back and get back quickly in the game. Didn't have to wait till the second half. Second quarter, I thought we played really well. I thought we ran the ball, got physical. I thought the running game came at times. Now they did a good job of getting people in the box late in the game, getting 8, 9 guys down in them. We were still able to run the ball and make some plays. James made some critical throws, I thought, in that last drive. A big play by Erman Lane, good backside read by Jameis, and the ball to Rashad. Both those balls were called other ways, and he went to a 4th guy on the backside and saw the one-on-one. And you have confidence in him that he'll be able to make those throws and reads in that situation when you're running out the clock when they put extra guys in the box. I was very proud of that. But we'll continue to grow. Again, like I say, we're still continue to get better every week in certain things, and got to keep growing. I thought Casey Beatty punted the ball really well. I thought he kicked the ball extremely well. Had a couple really critical plays that changed field position in the game in that regard also. So, question?
How important was it to capitalize on those turnovers and touchdowns?
It was very critical early. It's a shame when the one Eddie's didn't count. I thought they always should let that run and then make a decision afterwards. But that's the guy I thought was definitive. But we were able to get to throw the next play and score. And those can change the game, but that was critical. But getting those points right there, the ones I was disappointed the last 2 times in the second half, we didn't score 6 points in the second half there, that we got down and kicked field goals. All year we've been scoring a lot of touchdowns. But there's a couple of situations there I want to look at. So I make a comment on.
Coach Rashad had a career high in receptions.
Is that right? I didn't see that.
What is it about him that allows him to just keep getting open and have big games?
Well, I think he understands football. He can move him. He plays different positions. He's not playing one spot. His ability and capacity to carry a lot of information and volume of routes, not only mentally but physically, being able to do it. And he's a very unique guy. He's just a gamer. He's a great competitor.
Mario Edwards' coach was very disruptive.
Yes, he was.
Let's talk about his performance.
Physical, strong, at the point, getting the pressure, even when he's affecting the quarterback a lot of ways, even when he wasn't sacking him, but just hitting him, making plays in the run game. Mario is I think, as I say, kind of catching his second wind. You know what I mean? He got banged up there in the middle a little bit, and he's getting his weight in a really good place right now. I think his light is moving around with his power and physicality. And, noticed him a lot. Him and Eddie Goldman, those guys, I think, are playing really good.
We moved him around a little bit more.
We did. We moved him around, stood him up, tried to bring him up the side, have backs have to block him. And Mario's in shape and in his conditioning. Mario has a lot of ability to do those things. He's a D tackle, he's a DN. He can stand up and blitz as a backer. He can bring a lot of versatility again. That's why I'm really anxious, for him to grow as a player. He can cause some havoc.
Coach, the young receivers making mistakes. Is that something that's happen all year? We haven't noticed it, or that kind
of it does.
How do you work through that?
Keep practicing. That's part of it. Sometimes on a young guy, like I say, they make some great plays. Then all of a sudden they'll do something that it'll happen that ain't happened to them before on a route where they're coming across and rubbing, or coming across one guy's this way and this one. They're kind of, I want to go here, so I just stop. Just the instinct not to. That's his experience, and that's going to happen. Like I say, when you play freshman, you take the good with the bad. But I promise you, they'll be back in the game, and they did a lot of good things in the game. But that one it cost us, because that was Erman was big time open on the dig in the middle of the field, and that guy would not have been there if we'd have went through. But that's ball. You just move on.
What's the status on Cook?
I know he got banged up pretty good. I have to wait and see. I don't know. He missed the block, and he got hit on the hip and looked like it.
Was Penders just not well enough to go in?
Well, once the game got going, he could play, but Carlos was in. He was running pretty hard and doing a good job, and already had to throw it again. It wasn't no sense to do that. And That was probably middle of the third quarter when that happened anyway, so it's not perfect for us.
The ability for this team to change, that's not the first time this year that happened. Really come all back in under 5 minutes.
Exactly right, and like I said, we're doing a great job of 4-minute offense. We've done that all year, except for the one time in the Notre Dame game. We run the clock out and be able to run the ball when you want to run it, and I'm very happy with that part of it.
Jimbo, you got turnovers tonight.
Yeah, we did.
But you also, on the other side of the ball,
We had 3 of them. We had, like I say, the first one was a receiver. Second was, I'm not going to say. And then the third one was a missed block that caused him to get hit, but still it's no excuse to fumble. You can't put the ball on the ground. That was all critical and led them to points. And, you know, it was a call up front that we got to get made. It was actually not made by the O-line. It was on the edge, but, you know, we'll get that fixed and move on.
We've had some of the last 3 ball games. You've overcome them each time.
It's scary. And that's something we have never done around here, is turn the football over a lot. And when you're playing young guys, you take the good with the bad.
Coach, next week is a big rivalry game against Miami. What kind of positives can you take from this game?
Oh, it's positive. You won the game. A lot of other folks would like to win the game today. I mean, so you keep winning games. You understand how to win. You understand how to play. Of course, you know, we say you're continually a work in progress. You got to try to continue to improve. And hopefully the youth of those guys will get an urgency in some of those guys that we're playing and play. So we'll look at some of the older guys and see the mistakes on the field. But you're winning games. You're right where you want to be. Now you got to get out and play a great Miami team. I think Miami's playing very well down there at Miami.
Well, you mentioned there were some circumstances surrounding some of Jameis' interceptions. How's he handled that?
Good.
He didn't have many turnovers last year.
No. Well, he had a lot of experience. Guys, you know, cleaning out and doing things. And that happens. You know, but you know, also on that second one, though, I really thought he could have went somewhere else in the ball. There was a better place I think he could have went. You know, and he'll say that too. But at the same time, I want to look at what happened.
Miami has this week off. So does that give them an advantage?
Heck yeah, I mean, we play 5 teams that do that. Miami's got that. Boston College has got the next week. There's a lot of teams we played this year. I think it's the 5th time that we've had that come up. It makes a difference.
Guys,
It really does make a difference. But hey, that's something we can't worry about. We just got to go play.
You talk about how it makes a difference.
Well, your body, your rest, your preparation, extra get a whole week of watching film. You can set and study habits, tendencies. You get twice the practice time on one team.
Jimbo, 2 more questions. Yes, radio.
Jimbo, there's always seemingly a rush to overreaction after games. So as a coach, how do you just weigh each successive game, this game versus what you already know about the league?
I appreciate wins. You guys win. I mean, winning is hard. I mean, you don't ever. I'd say there's never such a thing as a bad win. There's no such thing. There's never. I don't even consider that on this. I mean, we knew that was going to be a very physical, good football team. They're a good, really good defensive football team. So I mean, you look at that, you look at the film, and you move on. See what the problems are, and just been in it long enough, you figure it out. And you're on the other side of that sometimes. You'd rather be sitting at this press conference.
You've been in it a long time. You ever won 25 at any stage of your career as a player or a coach?
No, not in the record. 20 was the greatest. 20 was the most important.
That was rare.
Auburn.
Jimbo, you had Jimbo, the defense in the second half. I mean, you only, except for the short field and the turnover they shot.
They played
that's
great.
the second game in a row. The defense has come around. Why are they just playing so much better?
Well, I think they're understanding each other, getting the calls, the rhythm of the game, and they got a good continuity. Now they're just growing, and you're getting again a lot of young guys out there. I mean, you're still getting a lot of. I mean, even though you say Jalen Ramsey playing nickel, that's new to them. You know what I'm saying? The corners are playing much better right now. They're healthy. 3 and 26 are healthy. We'll get 3 out. Butterfly man. I was joking on that, but that was a great play by him. But I think Eddie's growing. I think he's seeing Mario come into his own and do different things. You know, and I think you're getting 7. You know, 7. I can't call him 6 anymore. The backers. I mean, they're just gelling and playing better.
Jim, I think that pass is just about every 3 games.
Well, don't ask me anymore.
Your overall sense of this team, and you think you have a pretty good grasp of what you have here with you.
Yeah, I mean, young guys that are very talented that play extremely well at times in spurts, and occasionally will have mistakes, but still believe in each other. Don't panic when they do make mistakes, and they keep a lot of poise for you. The thing that's amazing about you say, well, they're young and make mistakes, but at the same time they stay poised and don't panic when they make them, and they're able to overcome them. And there's a great tribute to that. Now we just got to quit making some of the silly things we do. You know what I'm saying?
You only one game, you guys won't be able to overcome them. Do you think maybe trying to overcome?
I don't worry about that. You worry about that all the time. I mean, you worry about that whether you win, lose, or anything. I mean, you can't set well on those things. I mean, you just take the games they are and you try to improve and move on.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Good.